Welcome back. So we got some updates, or just I also need a rant about a certain stupid person on Twitter. Um, First off, Phoenix, like the track out here in Phoenix, they revamped their name and went back to their roots. Thank God, because ISM Raceway was a garbage freaking name for that track. No one even knew what ISM was, or still is. Some technology shit, and I'm like, okay, we need to stop this crap. So we're back to it being Phoenix Raceway, like it should be. Um, there's that, and we're still having the championship race out in Phoenix, so people can suck on that. Um, and some Twitter excitement, I should say. I don't know, some stupidity from a certain person who thinks they know what the hell they're talking about when it comes. I want to get into a thing about young drivers who come into the sport because this one guy seems to not realize that there's one person who where they were talking about William Byron. Yes, he came up through the ranks rather quickly. He went from not be like running any stock cars or racing anything up until he was like what, a teenager, like a young teen, and he was running iRacing. And this person's like, um, he did not teach himself to drive on iRacing. He played iRacing, so he just then how did he learn to shift and drive and all this fun stuff? He didn't just jump into a legend car and try to figure out how to shift and this and that. And my thing is, this person expects. He called Byron a bust. How do you expect? How do you call a 20-something-year-old driver a bust after 2 years, 2 seasons in the Cup Series? Realize like how stupid you sound. He spent like a year in Legends, had success there. Trucks, he won the championship. Did he win the championship? No, he just won a shitload of races. But he did win the Xfinity Championship. He spent a year pretty much every single series except for Cup right now. And this kid excels at everything he does. Who gives a crap how long it took him to get to the Cup Series? He's excelling at everything. Just because you think is not doing anything in the Cup Series right now doesn't mean he's not doing anything special. First year he came in, the Camaro came out. A driver changes at Hendrick came with like Alex Bowman being on board full time. Now Byron's on board full time, and then crew chief changes, number changes. It's just a whole mess of things. And then this year he got a new this past season he got a new crew chief, which has Chad Knaus, and they're just trying to gel there. But he had such a not dominant, but much better consistent season overall than he did in his rookie season. It's like I want to go through. This person says it's like only to get to Cup and completely fail. How does he realize these? He expects these young drivers to excel. Like a lot of these fans, like these days, like expect them like these young drivers to excel and win everything off the bat. Like as soon as they come in, it's like boom, first race win. No, you can't do that. Rookies come in and they need to learn, they need to grow, because the Cup Series is a whole new animal from the Truck Series, Xfinity, la di da, and so you can't expect them just to have their feet wet already and have all that experience under their belt after like one season, because that's just when they gain experience and see where they can get comfortable with and what they can get away with and what not on track, when it comes to running with the veterans and other young drivers that have been in the sport for a little bit longer than they have, and just learn off of them and grow as drivers. Byron is a unique talent that we need in this sport. And this guy says Chase at least ran at the front, led laps, scored top tens. Byron did too. He has more poles this past season than Chase does. Realize that. And Hendrick has more front row starts of any organization in the whole 2019 season. And people want to say, Hendrick Motorsports is worse than 2016. I'm like, no. If they were worse and they were garbage and this and that, they were a terrible team, they wouldn't be winning races. They wouldn't have won 2016 championship when no one thought they would. No, like, if they were garbage, they wouldn't, and they were worse than they were the last few years, they wouldn't have won 6-7 times in the last 2 years. Yes, that's not a lot, but Bowman won his first Cup race. He's been super consistent. Chase has been like the stable top driver so far at Hendrick the last couple of years, being almost the only one winning like 6 races. And Byron is showing some speed and consistency with top 10s, top 5. And they were if the Hendrick group is so awful, how did all like the 3 young drivers get into the playoffs and make it into the round of 12 and whatever? They're so bad. Why did they make it that far? Just saying. It's just, I can't with these people. Like, you can't consider a driver a bust after 2 seasons. Would you have thought Chase was gonna be a, like, people kept saying Chase would choke and bust and this and that, but realize Chevy was just in a crossroads at that time, and like they were in the Chevy SS, and like he went winless in the SS, and then started having more success in the Camaro. So he didn't get his first win until it was like his 3rd season. You can't expect these drivers to just fire off wins right off the bat and expect them to be like these fantastic, amazing drivers. It doesn't work that way. No, brother. People are so stupid. Oh my god. I'm reading this thing. It's like every division from Legends on, his father, who's I guess a financial advisor for Rick Hendrick at Liberty University, several pro athletes, has bought him the best ride. No, that's a false statement. His talent is what he got him there. Him being in college is what helped sponsor his rides so he can have a ride. They didn't buy anything. They were just sponsoring his rides along the way because they want to see him succeed. And just because he got the best equipment along the way doesn't mean it is all bought and spoken for. Yes, he drove for Dale Jr. in the Xfinity Series because he's proven himself enough to be in that series, in that team with that equipment. He's proven himself to be in a truck series, with Kyle Busch Motorsports, a championship winning team, and run as well as he has. He nothing. And someone said, even bought Chad from. No one bought. Are you? Okay. You can't buy crew chiefs from other drivers. It doesn't work that way. Chad and Jimmy ran their course, and Chad wanted to be the crew chief for the 24 for as long as he's been in this industry, this series, whatever you want to call it. And now that he has the opportunity, he went over to William Byron, who is a young little prodigy, because he absorbs information. He is determined. He works hard. He focuses on racing no matter what. Like, this kid is freaking brilliant. People gonna say what he want, but he busts his ass in a race car. Is he perfect? No, but he is exceeding my expectations, honestly. And he's gaining so much experience just being with Chad Knaus, who is a 7-time champion crew chief. And this person defended, came back and reiterated, I wouldn't call it buying Chad. In my opinion, he went as far as he could with Jimmy Johnson, but last season the chemistry between JJ and Chad had started to drop off. The last season, like the season before this past one. They just ran their course. They succeeded in everything and accomplished everything they wanted to, winning 7 championships and 80-something races together. What more can you do? That's not a challenge for Chad. They just ran their course. It's not like their chemistry just fell off. It's just they ran their course. It was time to move on, and Chad just needed a challenge with a young, fresh new driver who can absorb information and get better as he goes. So my thing is, why is it... And this person says, he's been in Cup all of 2 years. Newsflash, it takes a while to get your feet set in Cup. Yes, it's very true. People, with these young drivers coming up, like Bell, Christopher Bell, Custer, Reddick. Reddick's not really young, but new, fresh meat in the Cup Series. People are just going to expect them to come in and blow everyone out of the water and expect them just to fire off wins and win the pole and all these fantastic things. That's not going to happen. We got to be realistic about what's happening with their young drivers. When Chase came into the series, he was 20 years old, just like William Byron, and both were honestly expected to fire off and win all these races. But Chase was consistent his very first season because he was with a good group of people. I'm not saying William was with a bad group, but Chase just was more consistent because he had a very experienced and brilliant crew chief that doesn't get the respect he deserves or credit he deserves, because people just keep trying to go after his head every time something happens on track that's out of his control. But he was just been consistent since this day one, winning the pole, running well, being in the playoffs every single year. He's been in the Cup Series 4 straight seasons, never been outside the top 10 in points. That's crazy for a 20-something-year-old young driver. William Byron, different story. He came in with kind of like a I want to say rookie crew chief because honestly, it was not a good pairing, and it was just a lot going on that season. So I didn't expect much. I just wanted to see him get his feet wet, progress, and just be decent. I didn't give a crap he wasn't in the playoffs or not. I just wanted to see him run well, which he did, but it was hit and miss. It wasn't consistent like it was this past season and second season, where he actually made the playoffs, made it to the round of 12, and it's. I feel like this season, this guy said something. Like he's been in Cup more years than other series. That means nothing when he's done nothing in the series. Won poles, led laps, made it to the playoffs. Yeah, he's done nothing, right? It's just I can't with these people. My head hurts. My head freaking hurts from people. Like Byron is far from a bust. If you want to talk about busts, we can go to let's go through my list again. Daniel Hemrick, Daniel Suarez. They both have done nothing, absolutely nothing. Danica Patrick did nothing. Like Hemrick was so bad that he only lasted one season in the Cup and went right back down to Xfinity because he sucks so bad. Oh, sorry. The Daytona 500 commercial came on and Chase's face just came up. I'm sorry. I can't right now. Yes, I'm that person. I'm that person. Hold on. No. Hold on. I know, I'm weird. Okay, I don't know how to press the record button. I'm retarded. I'm retarded. I'm so excited, guys. You have no idea. Sorry, I got a little fangirlish right there. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm done being a little girl. Anyway, it's just pathetic how people can think after like 2 seasons you can claim a driver as a bust based on just literally 2 damn seasons. Yes, he rose through the ranks rather fast, but he's literally a unique talent that we need in this sport. Like all these young drivers that we have right now are insanely good. The ones that are actually doing something are insanely good. Like Chase is insanely good. Blaney is insanely good, even though he has what, 3 wins in the last 3 seasons, but I feel like he can do a lot better. Put together a couple of wins or few wins in a season. That's what I want. I just want the young guns to like fire off and kick some veteran ass this season. And Daytona 500 next month. I'm so freaking excited. I still need to lock up my seats for the Phoenix race. I'm so excited. But, sorry. Again, as I say about young drivers, don't expect too much of them in their rookie season. If they run consistently well, great. But they're just getting their feet wet, getting experience from the veterans, learning, growing, and that's what I want. I don't expect winning rookies. I haven't seen a winning rookie since Denny Hamlin, honestly. Or didn't Chris Buescher win a race in his rookie season? I don't remember. No, I don't remember. But the last rookie that really had a lot of success that won races was Denny Hamlin. And the next full rookie season that was amazing was Chase in 2016. So what can I expect? And second season, he got progressively better. He was starting to stand on his own 2 feet a little bit and gain momentum. So I'm watching SmackDown right now. I'm a little distracted. But young drivers, 20-something years old, whatever. Oh, I wanted to make one thing clear. The Xfinity, voting thing. Why are we so butthurt by Chase winning a vote? Anytime Chase is about, it's oh, we all know what's going to win here. With the paint scheme thing. No one gave a shit about Chase's paint schemes, really. But when it came to Dale Jr., everyone was voting for his based on just because it's Dale Jr. And I kept saying, vote for the car, not the person. And when it comes to Chase's schemes, I loved all his schemes. I'm not trying to be biased, but literally all his schemes have been badass. My favorite of all time, well, not all time, but favorite of Chase's he's driven was the first Sun Energy car he drove, and the Baja Blast car was insane. I want it to come back this next season because I didn't get a chance to get the airtime it deserved because it got wrecked at Bristol. It made me sad. But on that, let's stop expecting so much out of these young drivers, these rookies, whatever, because why do we have to force them to be expect and force them to be successful at such a fast-paced rate when they have their entire career to develop as a driver? Chase is just now, well, not just now, but the last 2 seasons he's come into his own as a driver. Ever since that whole Martinsville thing, yes, I still bring that up because it's a NASCAR history thing. It'll never go away. That moment, twisted his, mentality and his ability as a driver, 180. He's boom, done. I'm done being messed with. I'm gonna hold my own. He became such a better driver mentally and physically. He became such a better driver overall, and he's won races. He's been consistent. People still say he is not very good because people just like to hate Chase for God knows what reason. Haters gonna hate on the good drivers. So And then people will be like, but you hate on Kyle, so you must hate the best. I'm like, I don't hate him because he's great at what he does. I dislike him because of his goddamn attitude. That's all I hate him for. Bush is just a big fat baby. So, moving on. We're halfway through the off season, and it feels like it's going on forever. And Chase kicked this off like on Twitter. I want to bring it up because it like stemmed. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Where is my things here? Screenshots. There we go. Chase said, like, from a NASCAR Fox post about like the Daytona 500, like, are you ready in this and that? It's like, Chase said, I'll say it, I'm ready. And then Dale Jr. comes and chimes in, I wasn't ready, then you said you was ready, now I'm ready. So it's like just stemming. And then Brett Moffitt gets involved, and it's like, okay, cool. Says, well, Dale Jr. is ready, Chase is ready, and Lord knows I'm counting down the days. Let's kick ass 2020 team at Team Chevy. Yes. I can't wait. So, Team Chevy all the way. And rambling, even though he drives a Ford. So, other than that, we're close to NASCAR season coming back. I'm so excited. But right now we're in the football playoffs, NFL playoffs, starting tomorrow, and it really annoys me that my Patriots are in the wild card, and it pisses me off. But college, I want to rant about something real quick. I know I've been talking for a while about pretty much nothing. A person on Twitter says, like, stop, like being a fan of Georgia just because Chase is a fan of the Georgia Bulldogs, and like, if you have not like stepped foot in that state and this and that, whatever, you're not supposed to be a fan. I'm like, since when were you supposed to be from that state or been in that state to be able to be a fan of a college team or any team in general? I'm a fan of the Patriots. Do you think I've been to Massachusetts or New England, whatever? No, I have not. So does that eliminate me as being a fan? And plus, I've enjoyed college football since I was a wee little kid. And I enjoyed watching Georgia since I was a wee little kid. So, I've enjoyed watching Georgia play. And it never stems off of an athlete that I follow. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, since when do you have to be from the state, or be in the state of the team you root for? I root for the Chargers and the Patriots, but I'm from San Diego, and, well, Southern California, I should say, and I root for the Chargers. I root for the Patriots, but I've never been to New England or Massachusetts, whatever you want to call it, Foxborough. I've never been there. Majority of the fan base is not even in the damn state, so do you want to call them, you want to tell them they shouldn't be fans either? They can't be fans because it's like basically telling me you're not from this state or you have never been in this state, so you're not allowed to be a fan of them. Since when? It's like saying you've never been to that college, so why are you rooting for them? Like, I've never went to USC. I've never been to ASU. I've never been to Georgia. I've never been to any of these colleges. But I'm a fan of a lot of them because I root for them. I don't really hate a particular team in the college football, except for Alabama because I hate them, especially. But I'm a fan of Georgia because I enjoy the way they play. I don't let others influences like their love for that team influence me. I've always liked Georgia. I've always loved Bulldogs. So let's just say that. That's all really wanted to say about that issue because it's really stupid. And plus, people love to assume that I'm only a fan of the Patriots because of Tom Brady. Next time someone talks to me like that and says something like that, I'm going to punch you in the face. No, I won't, but I will get very mad and very annoyed. A guy at the mall, whatever, was trying to do like that pets thing. I don't like humane society thing. I don't know, like donate money, whatever. Guy was kind of cute, but he's like, so you're from New England? I'm like, no, I just like the Patriots. Like, is it because of Tom Brady? I'm like, bitch, no. I was a fan of the Patriots way before Tom Brady. Way before. I was like 5, 6 years old at the time when I became like an actual fan of like football in general. So, shut your mouth. Don't assume shit. And tell people they can't like a certain team just because you think they're only like it because Chase Elliott likes them. And this and that. I'm like, Chase likes the Braves, but I hate the Braves. I'm a Padres fan. Chase likes certain things that I dislike. I don't like his personal life choices right at this very moment with the person he's with. But I don't base my fan choices, like team choices, based on who I follow. Like all the drivers I follow, they have their own teams and what's and that. Like Byron has the Panthers, and I hate the Panthers. So there's that. But I'm done talking. I'm gonna finish watching this main event on SmackDown with Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns. Hopefully kick Corbin's ass because I freaking hate him, and the girly girl Dolph Ziggler. So if you follow WWE like I do, talk to me. I need someone to talk to. I'm bored as shit. I'm currently waiting on like some results to get a job. So I'm going a little nuts, and today I've had a little mental breakdown and Sarah was crying in my car. So at the gym because I was irritated and I'm depressed. So there's that. But I did get my workout in, so I feel good. So I'm gonna finish my night, eat some of these guacamole chips that have just been sitting in my room, and watch the rest of SmackDown. So it's my Friday night for you.